Hi everyone, it's Lucille Zimmerman and my website is lucillezimmerman.com. Today I thought I would talk a little bit about self-care. I've gotten a couple emails lately, people wanting to know what they can do for self-care, and it just seems appropriate with Mother's Day approaching that maybe people are grieving, some people maybe are exhausted, others are in transition, maybe a move or kids coming back in or leaving. So I thought I would just take a few minutes and address this topic. So if you're feeling in the doldrums, I like to tell my clients and tell myself that maybe this is an opportunity and a time for you to do some extra self-care. So what is self-care? There is no right way or wrong way, but I want to tell you that self-care is not selfish. It's so critical that if you're not taking care of you and your needs and doing everything you can to feel good, then you're not going to be the best mother or sister or friend or worker. So I just want to give you some permission there. So if I were just going to tell someone some things that they could do or what I could do to feel better, first off, I would say the most important thing would be your self-talk. It's amazing how bad we talk about ourselves to ourselves. So we may be driving down the road and hit something because we weren't paying attention, and then we say, "You stupid idiot, what were you thinking?" Instead, you may say something like, "Who put the swing set in the middle of the road?" Or, "It's okay to make a mistake. You're just a human being having a human experience." Or just talk more nicely to yourself. The second suggestion I would offer you is that music can change how you're feeling. Your brain waves actually change. My favorite thing to do would be to put on a little Enrique Iglesias, and I love his Escape album. So if I'm feeling down, I'll just crank that in my car. Think about your physical self. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough exercise? Are you eating right? Things like blueberries and walnuts and protein, a lot of brain foods instead of carbs that are going to make you feel yucky. Spiritual, have you had some alone time? How about mindfulness? And I know that's kind of a new agey Eastern word, but really mindfulness is just being in the moment, being present, not rushing from one thing to the next. If you're doing the dishes, do the dishes. Just having your TV on in the background sucks so much of your emotional energy. Did you know that the most successful women in the world had one thing in common, and that's that they spent some time alone? Are you making time for yourself? Are you making time for prayer and for reading God's Word? The other thing the most successful women do is that they focus on their strengths. They don't try to do everything. They don't try to be the perfect entertainer, have the perfect body, keep the gorgeous garden. If they're good at marathons, they run marathons. If they like to have people over, they have they're hospitable and they bake. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, do more of that because you're going to feel better. I want you to also think about in your alone time incorporating beauty, just surrounding yourself with beautiful things. I think nature is one of the best healers. That's why I'm out here right now and sipping a cup of coffee, taking a little time. So nature is a great healer. So if you're thinking about your strengths, maybe you're saying, "I don't know what my strengths are." There are a couple really good assessments you can do. There's one, you'd have to Google it. It's VIA character strengths. And there is a free version, and then there's a more extensive $40 version, but it's excellent. And it shows you the things that are extremely important to you. Like, for instance, me, it's beauty is one of the major ones for me, and so I know I need to be around beautiful things. Not me beautiful, but being around art and the mountains and sunsets and taking pictures and capturing those. There's another strengths assessment that's a little different. It's called Strengths 2.0 by Tom Rath. I think it's about $10, Amazon. You can order it. You get a little code, you go online and take an assessment, and right away it'll tell you what you are. Like for me, it says I can't remember the exact word, but I love to connect people. I love to say, "Hey, you have this in common with you, so you guys should get together." And nothing makes me happier than doing that. So now, lastly, I want to just mention that maybe you've never done self-care. There was a great book I read called Seeking Peace by Mary Pfeiffer, and in it, she was a counselor and she wrote a best-selling book, but as she got into her 50s, she realized that she didn't know how to do things that made herself happy. I highly recommend that book for just trying to understand your own story. But if you're someone who has never grieved the losses in your life, everybody has loss. Everybody has struggled and had different traumas. I would encourage you to consider counseling. If you're looking for a counselor, try to find someone that you feel really safe with, someone you connect with. They've done all kinds of research and they know that it's not, the success rate isn't based on the person's qualifications or training. It's based on how safe do I feel in telling my story to this person. So anyway, you guys, happy Mother's Day. Take care. Bye-bye.